Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Pepin, and I'm so happy to have you all here. Before we get into the video, I just have a really quick announcement to make. I'm going to be getting a Blue Yeti microphone in the mail in about a week, and I can't wait to start making more high quality videos for you guys. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Today I've got one of my favorite things from my kitchen. It's a spice rack. It's got 20 different spices. And today, I'm going to be going on a little adventure with you guys to try to figure out what makes the best sounds. So, let's get started with that. I think I shall start right here. So the first one I've got is some seasoning salt. It doesn't really make any shaking sounds, but we can tap on the lid. And I like to use seasoning salt on meat and eggs and basically anything else. It's a good all-purpose thing that I think every chef should have in their kitchen. Next up, we've got parsley. And I forget exactly what parsley can be used for, but I go through it whenever a recipe asks me to. I'm a big fan of recipes, it just makes cooking so much easier. Next up, we've got pizza seasoning, which I can't actually have pizza, because I'm not supposed to have high acidity foods, and I'm not supposed to have cheese. So I don't really have pizza much, but I do miss it sometimes. And this kind of smells like, well, just what you expect a pizza spice to smell like. I know you can't smell it, but I don't want you to feel left out. Alright, putting that back. Next up, we've got marjoram, which I don't know what it's used for, if you can tell by how little I've used. I'm going to put that in a pile of stuff to Google after this video, so I'm getting the full use out of this thing. Next up is one I do know how to use, oregano, and if it's evident by how much I use it, I don't have any left. I'm sure the case still smells like it. Yeah, I like oregano. It's, I wouldn't say quite a calming scent, but it's familiar to me. I like it a lot. Alrighty, next up, we've got fennel seed, which this one should make some good shaking sounds. And this one smells interesting as well. Fennel smells almost like licorice. I don't really know how to use it in cooking. Sometimes the recipe will call for it, but I haven't found too many uses for it yet. Next up we've got dill, which is used in making pickles, obviously. And I don't make homemade pickles or anything, but it's just something that we have. Next up is bay leaves, which is something that I really like using in stews especially. There's a stew recipe I really like that has carrots and potatoes and onions and beef. And I like putting a lot of bay in it. Bay and basil, which we'll get to shortly. Alrighty, there goes that one. Next up is rosemary, which I don't cook with a lot, but I really like the smell of it. It's not my favorite floral scent. That would actually be lavender. You guys should let me know in the comments what your favorite floral scents are. I've always wanted to make lavender into like an infusion in vodka or something. That sounds really good. Next up, we've got sage, which I don't use in cooking a whole lot. I think it's better as an incense stick or a scent like that, but we still have it on hand. Alright, halfway done. 2 more racks to go. Next up, we've got crushed red pepper, which is one of my favorite spices in here. I use it a lot. I like spice, so I should probably lay back on it, just for health reasons. Also, another one I like that I don't have here today is cayenne. I like putting that in everything. Next up is coriander, and we don't actually have a grinder for this, so we're just stuck with the little berries of it. But that does make a great sound, and I'll be returning to at least this when I get the Blue Yeti. Alright, excellent. I'll put that back. Next up is this mystery label. I have not been able to figure out what this is. It smells familiar, though I'm gonna say it's star anise, but I could be wrong. I'm not super good at nose identification. I watched a lot of Food Network as a kid, but not that much. And then next up we've got celery salt, which I don't use a whole lot, because I hate celery. Actually, it's one of the few foods I will not eat. Celery and olives. I think that might be the two things. I'll eat a bunch of other weird stuff like bugs and raw fish and squirting pasta and stuff like that, but I just can't stand olives or celery. And it's not in a way like, oh, I just don't like my vegetables. I'll eat cucumber and carrots and stuff fine. Alright, the last rack. Let's start off with some Italian seasoning, which smells just like how you'd expect it to. It's good on flatbread and meatballs and all that usual stuff. American Italian cuisine. I should make spaghetti and meatballs soon. I haven't done that for a while. You guys ever have one of those weeks where just life gets too busy? You forget to like cook for yourself? You forget to actually make good food? Yeah, that was like a year for me. I'm doing better now. Next up, we've got thyme, which is, funnily enough, something that we're almost out of for this video. Because we just have, I think, 3 more after this. And thyme's another one of those ones where if it's called for in a recipe, I'll use it, but besides that, I just kind of don't bother. I should probably learn how to properly use it because I like how it smells. Crushed mint, which I know that there's one beef dish I like that uses mint, but I don't use this too much. I don't actually like mint in sweet things a whole lot, but I do like it as like a savory flavor. Next up, we've got herbes de Provence, which means herbs of Providence, I believe, in French. I could be wrong. That is another one of those spice blends. I am not entirely sure when you'd use it, but it smells sweet and it smells very nice. And last but not least, we've got basil, which is out because I use this all the time. Oh, that smells really good. So yeah, that is everything in my spice rack. Thank you for coming along on this adventure on checking out stuff in my pantry. I hope you enjoyed. And let me know down in the comments what your favorite like herbal fragrance is. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, for being here and interacting. And I hope each and every one of you beautiful people has a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.